All right, everybody, thanks for hanging around. We've got our next race, Simpoldood versus RoseCitySaint. We will get started here pretty much right now. Should be a very good matchup. Again, Simpoldood, a fantastic, if not the best, all-keys player in the world. And RoseCitySaint, a very good randomizer player, so should be very good.
All right, I am back, at the very least. We have started.
Yes, sir.
Got another matchup of a Zelda 2 speedrunning expert without much randomizer experience versus... to be honest, I don't know too much about RoseCitySaint.
Well, he is a newer player to the community, but has very quickly become a very competent player. So don't count him out. He's got very good overworld tracking skills and has definitely come along.
So I consider Simpoldood the best Zelda 2 player in the world, but hasn't done hardly any randomizers, so it'll be interesting to see how much homework he's actually done.
Oh, man, Dig Shake! Why is the heart container in the heart container cave again? And meanwhile, RoseCitySaint has found the town of Saria, so we'll see what our first spell of the game is.
So we have beginning game exploration. Found the town of, I think this is Saria.
Yes, sir.
Picking us up our first spell, which is
Shield.
the shield spell.
Disappointing. And I think we also found...
after the last randomizer race, I would be really happy to have extra defense.
That's true. And we did already find the grass tile over on RoseCitySaint's side, and I believe it was a 500-point P-bag. So giving him a very early 2-2-3 on his levels.
Got a boulder block the cave. And Simpoldood has a heart container, while RoseCitySaint has not found that yet, so...
Very shortly. I think he's in the cave right now. And only 28 for shield, so pretty good price overall.
18 at Magic 2.
Yeah, even better.
I'm pretty sure Simple's going to be... I think the grass tile was over here. Finding Jump Cave, which is a pass-through it's going to get through with jump, so...
Yeah, definitely don't want to attempt that cave without jump. But yeah, get the P-bag here. Get some early levels. Which again is very nice. There have been more than one occasion where you'll get stuck at low levels for a while early, and it can be very costly. Oh, the combat, it's so fun to watch.
There we got a prime example as to one of the reasons why Simpoldood is one of the best Zelda 2 players. Knowing what you can do to kill enemies quickly. Just knowing how to kill things. Because he killed that orange Dyra probably a good 50% faster than even most other expert players would do.
Yeah, the boss fights are sure to be a treat. And the encounter skips. And and the slinking. All sorts of fantastic skills that come into effect. And he's going to take, what is this, short cave?
This is the back end of the graveyard drop cave.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fairy cave. Gotcha.
Yeah. That one fairy cave. Yeah.
Look at that. He even drops down and gets the hit on the bouncy cat. Gotta love it.
And then dies to completely invalidate everything I've said.
Irrelevant. He got the hit on the bouncy cat while falling down.
Fair enough. He's about 13 experience away from getting attack 3.
Yeah, and finds a palace. Oh, 2 palaces.
Finds all of the palaces.
Finds 2.
That looks like Palace 2, but about to find out. And another town.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And we got Palace 1.
1, 2, and a town. So, as somebody was saying in chat, it doesn't feel like people normally take pass-through caves, but in this case, great choice. And RoseCitySaint right behind him. Seems like great minds think alike. Let's see what we get here.
Finding us a spell. I think it's going to be jump.
I'm going to go with fire. Or fairy. That works too.
Fairy's a very nice spell to have. If you could cast it.
Oh, man. It's not as bad as last time, though.
88's pretty expensive.
Well, actually, that is worse than last time, because it was 77 at Magic 2, so yeah.
Yeah. It actually starts at 80 in the base game at Magic 1.
Yeah, there have been occasions where it's over 100, so it can be very bad.
We find
Death Mountain.
one of the entrances to Death Mountain.
Look at that, though. That was a pretty cool configuration. I hope they go back, because that was interesting.
Simple decides he wants none of it, though.
Yeah, smart choice, actually.
Finding Bagoo, which would normally be okay, but we've already found Lifetown, so... The front side of Lifetown, so... 2 more towns here.
Wow.
Got Rudo.
What a cluster. And Mido. And we can get downstab.
We can't,
oh, no fairy.
We can't cast fairy.
I might pick up magic levels.
We have fairy, but we don't have enough actual...
And a P-bag, and it's a 50, but it'll get him attack 3. I might actually pick up an early magic 3 just to be able to get fairy, possibly. Just to be able to, 1, progress through a palace, and 2, be able to get downstab.
You still need 2 magic containers at this point to get there. And we have 2 different item caves.
Yeah,
we have a P-bag cave, which may or may not contain an item, and we have the magic cave.
RoseCitySaint will take magic 3.
And we find Simple second heart container.
I didn't see. Is fairy castable now or not? He did take magic 3.
I don't know yet. Do have a medicine, though.
Very nice find. '81 still, according to Riku Player, so I'm definitely going to need to find some. Wow, that's 2 magic containers still. That is, that's rough, actually. That makes you think that there's perhaps a magic key somewhere, or something of that nature. We'll see.
So still doing a whole bunch of exploration. Probably just trying to find a few more caves.
I think at this point we're just missing Medicine Cave and Trophy Cave.
Simpoldood taking Magic 3. We'll see if Fairy still costs 81.
Yeah.
Which is ouch. Because he still needs 2 magic containers at that point to be able to cast anything. To be able to cast Fairy.
Yeah, pretty rough thus far. Makes you wonder if, like, there's an easy magic key available somewhere.
Well, perhaps that easy magic key is in Palace 1, which Simple is now diving.
You still need at least one key to get to the item at best. I don't know, it's a little bit rough. Yeah, which he will find here.
He did find the key, so...
Yeah, 18 for shield is actually super nice. It means you can cast it quite a bit through these dungeons, and these hammer throwers. Getting caught in the blocks is also very nice. Meanwhile, RoseCitySaint is also progressing through here, trying to find various items.
Finds the other side of Death Mountain, which both the entrances are actually pretty close.
They are.
On the Death Mountain side, because if I remember right, yeah.
That's really cool, though. I like that little center block like that. I've never seen that. That's interesting.
Good job, Randomizer. You've done good so far. Just see if you keep it up. Shoutouts to Wolf Skeleton.
Well, this will be another key for Simple. If this is Horsehead, which it is, that means that the item should be fairly simple to get to if he wants to go back for it.
And we have a trophy cave, which contains hammer.
It's hammer time!
And we did see a hammer-blocked cave on the northwest side of the map.
And Simple just gonna eat this gem and not really care. 860 for both Magic 4 and Attack 4. And we'll head back in for the item.
I think for the generous seat that we've had so far, we're going to see the raft here.
Have we seen the third palace yet? We got 1 and 2. What was the other one? 4? It was Palace 4. So here would be interesting if RoseCitySaint got Jump via the medicine, would actually have access to Downstab. Would actually not be a bad thing to get in this case. Probably the only occasion where Jump is one of those things you'd be happy to see. And instead, we get the Fire Spell, which is 54.
Which still might be Jump.
And it's castable, so we'll see how that ends up turning out.
Also, Simpoldood showing us how to actually fight Blue Iron Knuckles.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is one of my... I love watching these guys play the randomizer. It's pretty amazing.
So I believe we actually cast fire, but I wasn't able to really tell what it actually did.
I did not catch it either. It definitely wasn't Jump.
We have our item room, which is... Oh
man, that is a slap in the face.
That wounds my soul to see that.
Wow.
The lowly magic jar for the item in Palace 1.
That's a heartbreaker.
So now we got Simpoldood going into Palace 2, who still can't cast Fairy.
Yeah, it actually burned both of his keys getting to that item, I think, unfortunately.
There was the collapsing bridge, so he has one extra key.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have a key. I'm a liar.
Man.
My apologies. I'm giving false information.
It's alright. I'm used to it.
Oh, you're killing me here.
Oh, wow. And he can't go anywhere. Gonna have to... Is there another path that he can take? And meanwhile, this is... Is this Palace 1? Yeah, this is Palace 1 over on RoseCitySaint side.
Yep. Simple. Still gonna go take a peek, maybe?
Yeah, he might have had just one other path to take that might possibly lead to something. So definitely worth the time. Because at this point we need what? We still don't have Medicine Cave. So we got
That's likely the boulder blocked cave in the north.
Right. So we have the Medicine Cave, and then it's Death Mountain P2 or P4 to find that raft. And he is going to be... not key blocked. He does have the one key. Hopefully this will lead to at least another elevator. So, did he loop?
No.
No, he didn't loop. No, there's just that many.
Do see orange iron knuckles coming out of the droppers.
Yeah, not the best thing to find.
Well, they are when they're worth 100.
True.
Well,
like
I mean,
one or two hits.
Still not great. Don't have a glove yet, though, Simple. We can't go this way.
Yeah, that pretty much makes two... I mean, outside of maybe finding the item, I think this is probably the direction to the boss.
There's still one direction he can go, because he can go up the elevator instead of down. He went down the last elevator he went. This will be key blocked.
Man.
It's not key blocked.
Rose City gonna get the bad news once he gets to the item room.
Hashtag feels bad, man. Doom Rattler performing death from above on Simpoldood.
No more keys for RoseCitySaint, so he's gonna up A.
Feels bagoo, man.
So it's turned in from started from a fairly generous seed. It's turned into a little bit harder, with Fairy just not being cooperative at Magic 3, and there being no magic containers in sight so far.
We have found the helmet head.
Very nice.
Who has a ton of health.
That he does.
Not that you would normally be, fighting him at attack 3, but still, that's a rather significant amount of health.
Yeah, some will make a short work of it anyway. Meanwhile, RoseCitySaint will find Horsehead.
Does surprise me he places the gem with only such a small benefit, but he does take Magic 4. Let's see if he can cast Fairy now, and he cannot!
Oh my god! Wow!
No discount!
That is brutal! That's all I can do. All I can do is laugh. That is so brutal.
And even finding a magic container still won't help. He needs to find 2 at this point to cast to the magic 4.
Wow, and you don't want to take magic 5. Because that will pretty much completely screw up your leveling progression. Wow.
Not necessarily. Well, I mean, bosses will be hard, but you can then, start using magic for your big build-up. We do have the item, though.
And he has a key.
We do have a key to pick it up, so... Big bucks, no whammies.
Boots.
Yeah, maybe okay.
I mean, boots are nice.
Not great, actually.
I mean, it's not what they want now, but boots are actually really nice for overworld exploration. Especially when you get towards the eastern continent, there's a lot of times a river that blocks off a whole section of the map.
Still, much quicker having 2 palaces done at 20 minutes in instead of having 0 palaces done at 45.
Yeah. Wow, 81 fairy.
Having palaces 1 and 2 on the...
Still can't believe that's 81 for
West.
fairy. So at this point, we've either got Palace 4, Medicine Cave, or Death Mountain. Obviously, we still have the Hammer in Trophy Cave that Simpoldood has not yet located, but should find that fairly quickly.
Meanwhile, we have the item in Palace 1, which feels Bagu, man.
Ugh. Just, it's...
Shaking his head. By the way, he did complete Palace 1, so...
Marked. What is he going? Yeah, he's gonna go into 2?
It's going to go into 2.
Oh, man. I mean, at least we know the item is accessible. Fairly easily.
Both the item and the boss are accessible.
But still, man.
Simpoldood has found his trophy cave, which I believe was... Was this the hammer?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Which will give him access to the Medicine Cave, which hopefully contains the raft, at least from their perspective. I think as viewers, we really truly want it to be in Palace 4.
Well, raft in Palace 4 or Death Mountain, because I haven't done Death Mountain at all yet.
Yeah, but Palace 4 would be much better, I think.
Simpoldood still hasn't found the medicine yet, so he can't get the spell out of Mito yet. I don't think.
That's correct. He has not found the P-Bag Cave. So for him, there's actually 2 caves left to find.
Nope, you still can't cast Fairy. As much as you want to.
It's just...
It hasn't changed in the time that you've took Magic 4 and you looked in Palace 2 and... Yeah.
It's just the fact they still have to find 2 magic containers to even make it castable. It's crazy. Boots, though, will be, again, super nice for exploration.
Or Magic 5, because there's surely some big drop in the cost of that spell coming up soon, right?
Yeah, it'll drop it to 79, and you'll still have to have a magic container. Which they don't have.
Keeps Fairy at 81 the entire seed.
It is theoretically possible, I believe, for it to never drop until Magic 8. I could be wrong, but...
We're being told in chat, Magic 5's fairy range is in between 20 to 60.
Okay, there you go.
Guaranteed to be castable at base magic containers.
That's unfortunate. I think Dig Shake changed that.
Runner sanity condition. Simpoldood is actually going into Palace 4.
Nice. I'm glad that he is. I feel like the raft is here. I don't think that this is a bad choice. I guess I would rather do this than do Death Mountain.
There would be zero chance I would go into the Palace 4.
However, I would not do Palace 4 before going to the Medicine Cave or finding the other P-Bag Cave.
Shield does now only cost 10 though. So I guess
Super nice.
There's that.
And RoseCitySaint does find the item room here. I'm sure we'll be a little bit disappointed to see the boots. And maybe he heard me.
So Simpoldood thinks better of actually continuing on in Palace 4 without glove or downstab or
anything. Oh, there's the raft tile, which we hadn't seen previously. It would be interesting if it is in fact boot blocked. And a 1-up. Very unuseful.
It's going to be super useful because it's not going to want to update the entire time.
It is in fact boot blocked to get to the raft tile. How about that? So boots required. That's actually pretty cool. That really validates the boot find. Makes it feel less bad. That's awesome.
Simpoldood has found P-Bag Cave,
which contained what was it? A heart container?
Medicine.
Medicine, right?
This was medicine.
I have the tracker and I can't even keep track of these things.
Well, I only remembered because you said it earlier, so I'm basing this on earlier, on what you said earlier.
I mean, this is crazy, right? Like we had talked about this earlier, how, you know, while Simple's got the whole bunch of the all keys experience, RoseCitySaint might have a little bit more randomizer experience. As soon as Rose City finishes off Helmet Head, which he just did, we're all tied up. Other than him, you know, Simpoldood grabbing fire, we're all tied up. And he finds another 1-up. Perfect.
Rose City has fire, right? Simpoldood doesn't have it, right?
That's what. Yes, I'm saying. So he has the medicine to go get fire, but outside of that,
true.
we're completely tied up. It's crazy. And he's gonna. What is he gonna do? He takes life 4. Very interesting choice.
And then up base.
Huh. Okay. I wonder if that was a mistake. Little does he know that it wasn't, but... So yeah, I wonder when, the heck...
We got Rose City going to that boulder block.
There we go. I was gonna say, I wonder where we're gonna see them go to Medicine Cave.
I think Simpoldood's kinda on his way back to Mito. Maybe not.
Yeah, and we also, again, do not know what, fire is actually linked to. So 3-3-4.
Why do we have a Medicine Cave?
I don't know, but I would much rather be doing it at 3-3-4 than 1-1-1, which is when I usually find it.
So let's go for maximum troll. Heart container. Let's go heart container.
P-bag. Or why not be another 1-up?
Maybe cross. Cross is at least marginally useful.
Magic container?
But it's a magic container.
He still can't cast fairy.
Still can't cast fairy. And now he's probably going, he's like, oh, why? We got Simpoldood going to to go grab his magic container too.
Yeah, so neck and neck. It's crazy. So Death Mountain is the play.
It could theoretically still be in Palace 4. We could still see like Heart Container, Magic Container in Palace in Death Mountain with Wrath in Palace 4.
Yeah, I mean, but if it's a magic container, they can cast Fairy, so it'll be alright, but... Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough call.
Actually, it would be worse if it was like Cross Heart Container, because then you have to do Palace 4. You'd either have to grind the Palace to Magic 5, which is a significant amount of experience, in order to cast Fairy to get downstabbed in order to make, you know, Palace 4 at least somewhat bearable. Which you still couldn't actually complete because, you know, you don't have Reflect, unless it's paired with Fire Spell.
Yeah, so we do see Death Mountain here on RoseCitySaint's side. And I definitely think that, I don't know, I said I would do P4 first, but honestly I would probably go to Death Mountain. There's 2 items available here versus the 1 in Palace 4, which you're not even guaranteed to get to. Pretty nice wide open Death Mountain, though.
Not 100% sure what Simpoldood's looking for.
Yeah, because I believe he's found all the caves, so... Well, how about this? A nice little inlet section that's water blocked. I still don't think we've seen the boulder.
I haven't caught it yet, at the very least. Not 100% sure what Simple's looking for.
I'm not either. Maybe he thinks he's missed a cave?
Taking the jump cave past through for... I don't think either player has taken this one.
No, but we have seen the front of it already.
That's true.
Okay, Rose
We
City
have
finds
found
Hammer
Hammer Cave. I'm gonna see a heart container in here. Because Raft is totally going to be in Palace 4 that you can't complete yet.
Yeah, it just makes sense,
Because that's
right?
how Randomizer works.
Yeah. I don't know, I just had that gut feeling that it's in 4, but I could totally be wrong. I usually am.
It's most likely not in 4, but... You know, it could be.
33% chance. But yeah, I'm curious. A good point. Now we're in Fairy Cave. I'm not sure what Simple is looking for, other than maybe he's trying to find one of the entrances to Death Mountain. And it's the glove. Wow.
Well, that's... in all likelihood it's required.
Yeah, so not the raft, but definitely not a bad find.
There's a slight chance it's not required, but...
Slight chance for 3 and 6 maybe, but getting through GP without glove is very, very, very rare. I don't know that I've seen a seed like that yet.
I've seen one before. Not in a new logic either. This was, you know, back in the day, you know. There were still randomized palace rooms, but I have seen one seed where glove was not required.
So yeah, yeah. Dig said it exactly right. When you go in expecting one item and get a different bomb S item instead.
Still looking through Death Mountain for the boulder. Meanwhile, Simpoldood is going to pick up a fire spell. Which I don't think we've quite figured out what it does yet.
Well, we know it's not jump or shield. That's about it. Or fairy. And it's only 33 at Magic 4. So it seems like the boulder is probably in some offshoot with a single cave outlet, as we've seen the majority of it. It seems like, and I have not seen where it's even located. And fairy is still 81. And Rose City just taken every cave at this point, which is probably not a bad choice.
Looking for an exit. Is it the boulder?
Meanwhile, Simple still making his way around. Not quite sure what he's looking for here.
We know the play's likely Death Mountain, but don't know if he remembers where Death Mountain is.
Well, we know there's one entrance right next to the two palaces, I believe, isn't it? No, that was one of the pass-through caves, my bad.
Although he may or may not be headed to Palace 4. He is headed to Palace 4.
All right.
Found the item room. I don't know if he has a key for it.
He does. So will this be the raft? What was the item there in Death Mountain? I missed it. It had to have been the raft.
Had to have been a raft, because this is the plunger.
Wow.
And immediately going to Eastern.
Very nice.
Eastern Hyrule.
Yeah, definitely the correct call here. Oof. Nothing like
So
Eastern
Simpoldood
encounters.
realizes now that he's found everything except the items on Death Mountain. And so we'll now be looking for Death Mountain.
Yeah, at least that was a fairly quick item in 4. Granted, he had explored quite a bit before, but we do have an old Kasuto find here for RoseCitySaint as well. Which gives him Reflect.
So I feel like best case scenario for Simple here is to find the glove before he finds the raft. Because if he finds the raft, there's a non-zero chance he will up A and start exploring Eastern Hyrule.
For sure. I'm still curious what fire is linked to.
So we saw it cast in the actual town. So
Yeah.
we don't know if it's spell, we don't know if it's thunder, we don't know if it's reflect.
Or life.
I don't know if he's swung his... Well, he obviously can't be linked to fire itself.
A fire, yeah, the fire spell does cast fire, that is for certain.
Fire spell does cast fire. Who'd have thunk it? found the palace and also Maze Island, which is boots blocked. Go figure.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's really cool that validates the boots. Super validates the boots. I mean, you can't even get over here without them, but then to need them to do something else, that's always cool. Still can't cast fairy. Oh, it's brutal. No fairy feet, nothing of that nature. And,
so still no down stab, because we haven't found jump yet.
Yep. And 2 orange Lizalfos to have some fun with. 200 experience a pop, though, is not bad.
We're gonna see...
Oh, dude!
I want to see the look on his face when it goes Magic 4 and it's like...
Yes. Sucks so bad was his words.
It's like all he can do is shake his head. It's like...
Yeah, it's horrible. Especially when you had the option to get attack 4. No bueno.
feels bagoo, man.
Followed up by another encounter. Getting to this palace is no fun. Which we know is got to be... well, we've already seen 5. It could be 5 or 3 or 6.
3.
Or GP.
Or GP.
So it could be a bunch of everything. You know, all that work, and all he had to do was walk down and walk around, and he totally could have just gotten to the palace. It's unfortunate. Ooh, there's always the possibility the item is on the backside of that encounter, too.
Which would be sad.
Hopefully not the case. Simple getting all sorts of fun encounters up here in the graveyard in Death Mountain.
I think Simple's actually pretty close to the Hammer Cave.
And, man, good call.
Hey, we have a drop. And we probably... And we find... we can cast Fairy!
Da 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 da! Yeah, that's actually probably one of the better finds at this point. Having the glove and the raft already, magic container is definitely probably on the top of his list. So you're 41 minutes into a seed, and you know you've got a couple of palaces down, and just got the ability to cast fairy and such. But you've got your glove already. How are you feeling, Error?
For this particular seed, considering you know all of the hoops you have to go through to actually cast fairy, I'm not feeling great, but I'm not feeling super bad either.
Oh, at least it's not a game over. But does see the glove, which, again, was super important that he found that before finding the raft.
I think for Rose City, I think I'd be feeling pretty good right about now. Simpoldood shoes, where I haven't found the raft yet, and knowing that it's, you know, the last item in Death Mountain, like I've explored everything, I'm 45 minutes in, and I don't have the raft yet, and I've done everything else. I'd probably be feeling a little bit behind at this point, because I have to assume my opponent is, you know, in the middle of exploring Eastern Hyrule at the moment.
Yeah, and up A, actually, he did not find a second item.
He did find a second item.
Did he? What was it? I missed it.
I thought he found a second item. Because he found a magic container, and he found...
Yeah, he could not find a
Rose
second
couldn't
item.
find.
Man, quit trying to make me sound like a liar.
I could have swore he dropped twice.
He might have dropped back into the spot in order to go back the way he came.
Either way, we found the raft on Simpoldood's side.
Yeah, so he'll make his way to the Eastern Continent. Rose City, I think... I'm not sure why he up-8 there, honestly. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's going back to get downstab.
Mito so he can get downstab.
Yeah, never mind. I know what he's doing. It's actually brilliant. They did probably go back to Maze Island, and that'll make those encounters much more simple to navigate.
Pun not intended.
No, actually not this time. But yeah, I mean, all the work, 45 minutes in, Magic 4 and a Magic Container, just to be able to cast Fairy to get down stab. And even then, you've only got one cast to go through Palaces with per life, without getting a Magic Container refill.
We have now confirmed the fire spell cast spell, and Simple looks really confused. Surprise!
Well, that means that Nukasudo's item is available at least. At this point, it could be useful. We still haven't found the trophy or the kid, and Thunder could be blocked behind one of those two.
It must feel good being able to kill tech types with a sword without having to cast fire.
Right? Yeah, it's probably not something that is used to.
So I'm not 100% sure what RoseCitySaint is doing at this point.
Trying to find Mido, I think. They found it so early. I can't say that I blame him for forgetting. And we know that this is Old Kasudo, which will contain the Reflect spell.
Somehow makes his way into the door before he gets bodied by invisible eyeballs.
Yeah, and Reflect's 36, and Fairy's still 81. How often do you see that? That's so good.
We found Mido.
And we did find Mido. We will get down stab. Still, this is so close. These guys basically neck and neck at this point. Outside of finding Maze Island for that Magic Container and having downstab, there's practically no difference.
Simpoldood going through a pass-through.
Makes it look so easy. And we're gonna go ahead and do Palace 4. So not necessarily a bad call. Got down stab and is going to be able to finish up the Western Continent, so we shouldn't have to come back this direction for anything, unless obviously the spell Thunder is in Rudo via the trophy.
Simpoldood's pass-through paying off with two towns right next to each other.
Yes, indeed.
Make more sense if they were actually old and New Kasudo right next to each other, but...
Oh, we do find New Kasudo. This could be huge.
7 magic containers.
This game has got something against magic.
Either way, we'll be able to get the spell out of here. And we also have the ability to check and see what's in the hidden tower.
Yeah, best case scenario would be obviously a magic container. And we do find the item here in 4 again, which is the plunger.
Simple.
What a slap in the face! Remember the magic word. I've already got it. I have the fire spell, man. Did you not get the memo? And probably not.
Spell
It got burned
not
all the way over there.
randomized. Randomizer is broken. chooses to cast spell with the spell instead of the cheaper fire spell, I think.
Why not? It's got to be useful at least once.
I don't remember anymore.
It is a magic container. That is actually a big
magic
deal.
Container, so he can actually cast fairy now, even though he hasn't been to Maze Island yet to get yet another magic container to be able to enter the house.
That's actually a big deal. Yeah, so both of Nukasudo's well, not both, but technically Stom, that's not the vanilla location, because it would technically be in the old lady's house. That should be where the magic key is at. But it is close. And followed up by Darunia, he's debating and gonna go ahead and get upstab while here. Which is not necessarily a bad choice. We haven't found the kidnapped child yet, right? No, but I don't think it's a bad choice to do this. No. Simply because you may not need to come back here, and it does seem like it's far out of the way. Maybe like this is in the far northeastern portion of the map, so.
So Rose City, putting in a lot of effort for a key. Oh!
And game overs, unfortunately.
An especially high amount of effort for a key if he actually goes back to that room.
I don't think that he will. With the extra lives, he'll probably just take a different direction. It makes no sense to go back that way.
Oh, Simple, you're killing me, man. You're taking the long way out of town. And we have
Finally
attack 4.
Oh, man. An hour into the seat almost.
Another town.
And there's the water tile, too, isn't it? Well, there's 3 towns up here, and I think the water tile. That's crazy. What a pass-through.
That is the water tile. Hashtag still probably could have walked here, but...
probably, but dang. I mean, if you're gonna take a cave, that's a winner.
We have Yump Spell.
Boo.
Which is
Boo
probably the last
Naburu.
thing Simple
Boo.
wanted to see, but...
So, at this point, item required for Thunder. Either the kit or the trophy. One of the two is required. Which means more searching.
Well, will we see one of the 2 items here? Oh,
it's a digger.
That's Mini Link.
Raise your diggers. And we have another drop on RoseCitySaint's side. No, he's coming back. It looped. He's got to make... What is he... What? Okay, so he's just missing the drops. This is hilarious, right? What a loop, right? You drop to the very bottom, walk across, and it takes you right back to the bridge. So nice.
So we found all the towns at this point, right? So Simple needs to find Maze Island sooner rather than later.
Indeed, and we do have a K-Rock fight over on RoseCitySaint's side, so gonna be 3 palaces down for him. Meanwhile, Simple not shying away from P-Bags whatsoever. Gonna go ahead and take it to life 5. And going to up an A, which is questionable. Maybe gonna go get down stab at this point and do Palace 4.
Sounds about right.
And speaking of Palace 4, we do have a finish on RoseCitySaint's side, and he will finally pick up attack 4, and I assume he's going to take up life 5. So we're going to be tied at 4-4-5. skip it. Never mind. Made a liar out of me. He did what you've been trying to do this entire time in one fell swoop.
And then up 8.
Even better. It's painful, but it makes sense. He's only got 3 gems left. He definitely wants to get his attack levels up. If he plays his cards right, he should be able to get...
Well, even still, Life 5 actually doesn't help him all that much, because Magic 4 or Attack 4 is likely still going to be more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, with only 3 gems left, I don't know, it's rough. You're either going to have to take Attack 6 in order to get some higher Magic and Life levels, or you're going to take Attack 7 and maybe get Life 5. Just via normal experience gain. So Simple does make his way to Palace 4.
Has he been by to pick up Downstab yet?
Great question.
So we got Rose City heading north on the eastern continent.
And does have the horn. I'm assuming that this is going to lead to the cluster that Simpoldood found earlier. And a
Probably
palace
going to be
boot,
pretty close.
which turns out
I
to
know
be Palace
Simple has
5.
seen this palace. We also have a desert tile that I don't know if Simple actually checked out that's nearby here.
So a 4/4/4 Palace 5, not necessarily how you want to go in, but not a lot of choices otherwise.
Not to mention you still need 2 items to pick up a spell, even though
He doesn't know that.
he doesn't know that yet.
Which is a bit unfortunate, because he may end up going through P5 and not finding the item, and may have to go back later, so we'll see what happens.
It feels so bad having to ferry through a door at Magic 4 and it still take up every single bit of your magic.
Yeah, that should have been a red container there, though, right? Well, it is at the end of that for sure. I probably would have grabbed one of them. Simple going to jump up here and grab this key. I don't disagree. So we're an hour in at this point. You know, what's going through your head? I know for me, I'd be panicking a lot, even with the glove and the raft and whatnot. But having to find the second, one of the 2 items there to get the thunder spell, it always seems to happen to me that that's the case, and it's the last place I look for that item. So what's going through your head?
I feel like I'm probably behind at this point, and would be kind of scared. I'm not sure exactly what I'd do at this point. If I was Simpoldood, I'd probably be looking for Maze Island at this point, trying to find the 2 items there to try and find the spell items I'm missing before I go dive in any other palaces.
He must not have upstab. Or downstab, rather. Downstab. Because he up and ate right by the rat spot, which is the last thing on this continent for him to do. Yeah, I don't think he's got downstab yet, so he's still gonna go get that. And then should head over east.
So I must say, Simpoldood's routing is interesting to me because he takes the pass through and then he walks back to the spot where the pass through was. Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just again.
I think he's a little lost. He probably is looking for and trying to get down stats.
Yeah, we saw RoseCitySaint do the same thing, and it took a bit to find Mito again. It's in a little bit of an awkward spot, and again, it was super early when they found it.
Either way, if I was in Simpoldood's shoes, after getting down stab, I would be looking for Maze Island before I go anywhere else. For Rose City, Palace 5's okay, but knowing I'm still missing a lot of stuff, it'd make me nervous that I would actually need the item. So I don't know whether I would be, looking for Guma and then saying I'm going to go back and get the item later, or whether I would actually actively be searching for the item in here right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, on top of the fact that he hasn't found Naburu or New Kasuto yet either, but he does run into Guma. Hopefully the shield spell is enough to give him a couple of hits, just in case it's a bit rough. And it does.
I think at this point, I would not be going back in for the item until I was absolutely sure I needed it, or potentially needed it.
Yeah, I fully agree.
This is such a big palace, and then there's just so much other stuff that I need to look for, or would need to look for.
So we've got, despite the fact that he has Bagu, we have Simpoldood using Fairy, I guess because it's faster, to go across the back end of Saria. Death here on Rose City side, unfortunately, but yeah, I definitely would not go back into 5, especially on Rose City side, right? He still has to find Naburu and New Kasuto, which both contain spells.
Right.
So digging for an item here at this point, at best you get the Trophy of the Kid, but you don't really need either of them. So yeah, I definitely agree.
Unless I absolutely had to. So, look for that second item on Maze Island first. I would look at probably the other palaces first. I mean, at least Palace... We still haven't found Palace 3 yet.
Yeah, we're missing P3 and GP, and we've already passed Valley of Death, so it could be there. But there is one more palace on the Eastern Continent that has not been located by either player.
Either way, I would check... I would certainly check Palace 3 first, and even Palace 6, just because at least, searching for the boss and searching for the item, you're going the same direction to try and do both.
Yeah, Rose City taking this nice and slow. Can't say that I blame him. Attack 4 Guma is no fun. And he's on his last hit, and I think on his last life.
He is on his last life. Oh!
And he does take the game over. He's just gonna leave. I can't say that I disagree with that call.
We have not one, but 2 desert tiles here.
And the cross.
Not necessarily the worst thing to find at this point. I mean, if you're going to find a cross, best place to do so is on the Eastern Continent. And he finds a P-Bag Cave. So
okay,
this is likely to... I'm just going to call it now. It's going to be a heart container.
I think it's going to be the kid.
Because I'm never wrong on these things.
I think the kid. But you're right. It's definitely a heart container.
Very much a heart container.
I don't think that he'll be unhappy about that, though. Not what you're looking for, but at this point for him, there's not a lot else to find. There's still some, value items out there to get, such as P-Bags and 1-ups, so heart container, not a bad find. Yeah, this pops right out. So you'll find all 3 towns here, and the water tile.
And the water tile.
which just has a 1-up, so that's not a big deal, but we'll discover that he needs to go find the kid or the trophy, and Magic Container actually would have been really nice in that case, but unlucky.
He's still gonna get a Magic Container at the end of town. So.
Oh, that's right, so he'll have 7 to be able to see what this item here is.
I think just for total inconvenience sake, it's going to be a trophy. Which is nice, but it's, you know, not the Darunia.
I think it'll be a heart container. Let's see if I can just do that too. It'll be a heart container. And the kid's buried in P6. And that's actually Thunder.
And we finally have downstab on Dude's side.
Woo!
Yay!
Our 5N for downstab. Feels baggo, man.
So in both players' cases, with 3 gems and 2 gems apiece at an hour 5 in, I'm staring over, looking for a dot done soonish.
I cannot help you anymore now.
So then I could forfeit.
Right? Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, it is the kid. Very nice.
We have a kid.
That's actually really nice, because the next town he's going to walk into is Darunia. How convenient.
At least one of the 2 next towns he's going to walk into.
The one directly north is Darunia. So very nice find, actually. Unless it happens to be the life spell.
Which is still a nice find, but not what you want.
Definitely not what you want.
Fairy clawsing down the chimney.
So yeah, you know, I said it earlier and some others said it too. This has not been a disappointing match. These guys are very close. It's been a very good match thus far. Very evenly distributed.
So we have Simpoldood back in Palace 4.
Did he not finish Palace 4? I thought he finished Palace 4.
Nope, he up-A'd last time.
Okay.
Because he got to, like, a dead-end room that had a key in it and decided he didn't want to do it without downstab, so... I've already tried grabbing that key before Simple.
Yeah, it doesn't work out very well for you.
It's a moment of truth time. How big of a lead does Rose City have?
Nice.
A very, very big one at this point.
Yeah, I mean, once Simple finds Maze Island, he will get that extra magic container, but, you know, he's still got to do all the backtracking into New Casuto and Darunia. So, quite the time difference that Rose City's pulled ahead here. Yeah, I mean, it's very rare to have things clustered like this. You got a palace, 3 towns, and a water tile all right here.
And the desert tile was, like, really close, too.
Oh, yeah, good point. It was just south. So no life spell, though, which is kind of a comfort vanity item spell for people in GP, especially when you're looking down the barrel of a 444 right now, which basically means you're not going to have, at least by my standards, ideal levels going into GP, and no life spell makes that a little bit more daunting. Now, mind you, my standards are probably below rock bottom, but that is not the point.
Poor Simple, forced to up-A out of P4 again. Rose City saying nope to Little Digger.
Yeah, I can't say that I blame him. I wonder if we'll see him go back to P5, or what his choice will be here. And he does know where Guma is. It's just a hell of a fight, and he's gonna pass it up. And I think he'll probably go back to either VOD or go to Maze Island to do that palace there.
So we had VOD, not VOD. Yeah, we are going to be. We're not going to VOD. We're going to Maze Island, maybe.
Yeah, this magic key not being very accessible has been a bit of a troll. This fairy cost is quite ridiculous, honestly. And I'm sure once they hit Magic 5, it'll drop to like 32 or something ridiculous. So we are going to head back to the Maze Island Palace.
This actually is not the Maze Island Palace.
Oh, it's not?
The
Okay.
one next to it, so this is actually Palace 6.
Palace 6, right. I did not realize there was a palace right by Maze Island.
It is.
Very nice.
It's not Palace 6. It's
Okay,
Palace 3.
man, would you? I hate you. I'm just never going to believe you again, and I'll be right every time. We'll get
Well,
plenty
my
of
name
keys
is
here.
there after all.
That is true. That is true. Plenty of keys here, so not going to have too much of a need for fairy, which is great.
Did you know that south of King's Tomb in New Mexico, there's a tunnel? Which there probably is not in Randomizer, but, you know.
I did not know that because I don't play the vanilla game. Here, we do have a K-Rock find. I wonder if we'll... What? He up in A's. I'm very surprised that he didn't just cast... well, I guess that's a dead-end room to a key, but he could have cast Reflect, and probably got past that Doom Knocker to get the key.
Great.
Alright, K-Rock down, so we're tied up on gems again. But still quite the advantage for RoseCitySaint here, having found Thunder already. Oh, and our
Simpoldood
favorite
does
room...
not know where Maze Island is, so...
Yeah, and our favorite room from the left again. Quite interesting. Fortunately, downstab and upstab for these guys this time around, so should not be too big of a deal. Yes, RoseCitySaint is full on Dig Shake. That is correct.
As much as you can be full on Dick Shake at Magic 4, where Fairy takes up 5 of your magic containers.
Yeah, Fairy drops to 30. I called it. Magic 5 dropped Fairy to 30. Freaking ridiculous. I said 32, but that's close enough. Jeez almighty. That's brutal. But now it pretty much alleviates every problem he'll have in palaces from now on.
I'm slightly surprised with the how expensive Fairy still is for Rose City that he didn't go out and get the outdoor key.
Yeah, chooses to Thunder the 2 blue Iron Knuckles, does not kill them, and timely walks away. Big no thanks. Looks like he is going to save up and try to get that attack 5. I can't say that I blame him.
Simpoldood is going to check out the Valley of Death Palace. And I believe this is the Great Palace because the palace on Maze Island was not the Great Palace. And this is the only one we haven't been in yet.
That is correct, yes. Maybe we do have a Rebanek find.
Although hopefully he gets the screen scrolled far enough to the right to at least see the next palace and to know that he needs to go over there.
Ooh, gets bopped off. And bopped off again. Takes a death. Both of them synchronized deathing. And another one. Yeah, I just fairy through that. These encounters suck.
Does get a glimpse of the palace.
Okay, and Maze Island.
Maze Island, so
yeah, big deal there, actually. And we do have a Rebanak kill. Gives a 7! Wow! Very nice. Definitely gonna go for that attack 5 there. Probably feeling just a little bit more comfortable. I assume probably he wants attack 6, and then might bump life. Attack 6 isn't terrible going into Great Palace, so...
So this should be Palace 6 then, which unfortunately still Magic 4.
Yeah, it could prove to be a problem.
Simpoldood going ahead and entering Palace 3 at this point.
Yeah, it's amazing how close these guys are together. Again, the major time difference being the pickup of Thunder and the fetch series that requires for that, but which is probably a good, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes if you know exactly what you're doing. Obviously, and then finishing through Palace 3, so he's probably got a good 15-minute lead at this point.
So Palace 6 might still be a great equalizer just because, like I say, how expensive Fairy is. So there may be a bunch of deaths, a bunch of game overs in here until
I wonder
we get the Magic 5. Although he's pretty close to Magic 5 at this point, so...
Right, and I wonder if he'll go ahead and do that. Oh man, all these blue Iron Knuckles. What a terrible screen that was. I guess they're gray Iron Knuckles. They're non-aligned, and there's the trophy in Palace 3.
Hopefully this doesn't throw Simple off the trail and he goes to Rudo and picks up the spell, hoping it's Thunder.
Well, he just might. I don't know. Gotta remember where Rudo is to begin with, and I sure don't.
Somewhere on the west?
Somewhere in the west, yeah. Somewhere in Hyrule, that is for sure, but yeah, it's, Again, at this point, it's so far into the randomizer, that's why I hate, and it always seems to happen, that there is, that item needed to get the final spell, and I just don't remember where the towns are, because I don't track them well enough, and it makes it really difficult. And Simple digging for all the keys. It makes very short work of that blue Iron Knuckle. And then everybody's favorite room here in Palace 6. Because we all love dealing with the unicorn heads here.
Right. Unicorn heads or dragon heads?
Yeah, dragon unicorns. Let's just meet in the middle. Why not just mix 2 mythical creatures and make it even more rare? And Simple even going outside to grab this key. Even though he has Fairy for 30.
Have a Rebonak refight.
I like to call them Unigons, but Dragocorns works too. Wow! Talk about the timing. That's pretty funny. I said that right before I saw it in chat. That's funny.
Chose not to take Magic 5 there.
Yeah, I think he's got some keys. I think again he's planning for attack 6, and then gonna try to get maybe life 6 or 7, maybe take Magic 5 off that last gem. I can't say that I disagree with him honestly. That was the item room. Gonna pass it up.
found the item room and said nope.
Which sucks, because that's all that experience gone. He'll get most of it back, but still. He does need to get, I think, to 1260 in order to bypass Magic 5. And meanwhile, Simpoldood does finish Palace 3.
Chooses not to take a level. Guess he's trying for attack 5 at this point.
Yeah, I can't say that I blame him. Both of these guys, unfortunately, due to the nature of the way that this played out, trying to get Fairy Castable really messed their levels up. And it was just a symptom of the randomizer trying to find a way to progress. And we do have a Barbifind. Hopefully not minimum. Gonna need quite a bit of experience. 600, I think. No, 800. Not basically
So
1,000.
But he needs max Barba at this point.
Max Barba at this point, yeah, in order to not have to take Magic 5. Sorry, quick math there was not working. It
Gets
does.
Max Barba.
All right, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, very nice fight. Attack 5 seems to be very, very strong. So that's a good sign for these guys, with them only going in at attack 6. So very nice. Very well set up. Should be 6-4, probably 6-4-7, going into GP, which is acceptable.
Depends on how much Guma gives.
That is true. If you don't get past that nice threshold, you're probably going to be looking at 6-4-5.
I am slightly surprised we haven't seen an up A here.
From RoseCitySaint?
Never mind. Palace 5's on this
P5's just
continent.
north up here, yeah. With
My
GP
bad.
right below it.
We've been to Palace 4 so much, I was thinking, it's like, wait a second. Is that one palace over there? Plunger being pretty good use. It may be, you know, one of the least, one of the items you would least like to find. But, you know, in situations like that, you're glad you have it.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's been a huge time saver. And it will be for Simpoldood also when he goes back, because Rose City had it before he came over to the north portion, which means he, first of all, didn't have to figure out which pass-through cave was the one that came up here. And two, they've gone back and forth 3 or 4 times, so it's actually proven to be quite the useful item in this seed. And you know, Simpoldood's going to have to go back to Darunia and Nukasudo, so it's going to save him time there as well. He doesn't know that yet, but I know.
We found a Rebo. If I remember right, this is the leads to the item room, so it'll be interesting to see. Simpoldood doesn't have the kid yet, so we'll probably see him get the item here.
Yeah, I would definitely check the item in his case. Rose City going to take a death here, unfortunately, due to trolling shenanigans. But
Gets sniped again.
yeah, not wanting to use that fairy cast, but Dogheads and fish on this this bridge are not fun. Doing Rebo the fun way. So this is like what the fourth way that you can do Rebo is down stab in the middle of the room and then fight him normally.
Which I need to learn at some point.
All right, we do have a Guma, but he's got 1 life here.
I think Simple would like to see a P-bag here, actually.
Oh.
But which is actually good because it lets him level up and then up A if he wants.
No, he's not gonna do either.
Does he have any lives left?
I don't know.
Because he's gonna have to die to get over the gap. Okay, he does have a life
he does.
left.
I was slightly under my breath, hoping that it was a game over because it would have been really funny, but it's happened before to me for sure. And we do get a Guma kill on the last hit, so last life, last hit. RoseCitySaint takes down Guma and ends up with enough.
And gets his big bonus.
Yeah, so fantastic. So that's probably going to be enough for life, maybe Magic 5, life 6.
Most likely. You might see a Magic 6 life 5 here too.
Without the life spell though, I don't think he'll do that. Or
we
attack
could see
8.
attack 7.
Or 7, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, the levels are low enough that you could get a level up in GP.
Yeah, that's true. And then also, you know, you don't need fairy casting GP either, so.
Huh. Okay.
But still, that actually kind of surprises me.
Yeah, unique choice, definitely. Life 4 is not something I want to go into GP with, but that's just me personally. But it is only 820 to level it up, so it's not terrible. A few Fakas and, you know, a couple of spicy chickens, and you should be leveling that up.
Simpoldood got sniped.
Oh no, that sucks a lot actually.
That's true, Inzolt. You don't need life levels if you never get hit.
Alright.
So I believe this was the path to Barba.
I believe so, in GP here for RoseCitySaint. So, enters at 127.5. That's a pretty good time.
Also, I kind of like this dark blue color scheme.
Yeah, it's different. And right away, we're met by our favorite friend.
Count Bicula. And he don't have a life spell.
And he's already gonna take a death. Yeah, it's that's brutal. I'd probably just be blowing shield casts in there all the time. Pull a
How
Buzz
expensive
Thunder.
is jump at Magic 4?
I didn't see.
Because Great Palace is not the kind of spot I want to be trying to get experience to, or levels to experience. We might see, yeah, we're going to see the safe strats.
Very nice.
It's slow, but it'll make him dead.
Yeah, he's really trying to get the levels here too. I can't say that I blame him. Only 70 experience though, that's a little bit rough. So I mean, if I'm Rose City and I'm in here an hour and a half, I don't know that I feel bad, other than my my magic and life levels. But if I'm Simpoldood, I'm probably kind of sweating a little bit just because I've got 2 palaces left and I still don't have thunder, which is a little bit rough.
Right.
Of course, so basically, I'm typically where Simpoldood is at. I have Thunder or Reflect that I need, and I have to find an item for it, and I just can't ever find it. It's rough. I think I'm gonna take this drop. And then Barba's a couple of screens to the right. If not just one screen.
There's Barba.
Nothing like the Canadian hole giving you the correct direction. Oh, no.
He wanted the no jump jackhammer.
No jackhammer, come on. I want to see it. He's not gonna do it. Oh no, he's gonna do the no jump jackhammer. Okay, I gotcha. Swag points. Too easy.
Yeah.
But, man, just
Skipping the Eon drop.
bad decision. Eon drop or this drop? I take Eon drop. And we're gonna get a life 6 pickup.
Probably going to see some exploration of Maze Island, trying to find both items.
Smart choice.
We're not seeing an exploration. We're going to turn in a trophy.
Oh, no. I think this kind of seals it. I don't know about you, but GP would have to be pretty trolly at this point.
I'm not sure what we're looking for at this point.
I think there's a P-bag
Because-
game left.
Because we
But,
need Thunder.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he knows where Palace 5 is yet either.
Well, he's gonna find it now. I mean, he's still got a P-bag cave and a desert tile to find too, but
That's true.
Maze Island is so much easier.
I totally forgot Simple had P5 left.
And gonna walk out. Okay.
Never got the kid, sir.
Well, he's just one town south. The problem is you don't have enough magic to make the old lady happy. And he just walked by the desert tile as well, but that is also a P-bag cave that he hasn't searched. Or maybe he did, I don't know.
I don't think he's been there yet. But that was a hard container. That was the 7th hard container. Or 3rd, depending on how you want to count.
And ultimately decides on P5?
Good choice, because you need to do that. I haven't been paying attention to Rose's Great Palace, but
He is backtracking because he just went through this room to get here. And jump to answer your question is 21 at Magic 4.
fair enough.
Into the Jackamus room as he gets Buzz Thundered. How fantastic. And right onto a dead end. Eon Drop looking really nice at this point.
Unless the Eon Drop takes you to that room.
That's the point. Alright, so Simple making his way through P5 here. I do not remember the way to Guma.
He also might look for the item too, just because he knows. Well, he does have the trophy. He hasn't been back to Rudo yet to find out that that's not the Thunder spell.
Man, again, with Desert Tile, P-Bag Cave, which he right by both of them, and both Maze Island, I would just not be checking P5.
I think this kind of leads to the randomizer inexperience that he has about what he can and can't check at this point for items and what he needs to find still.
Yeah, that is true.
Although being in P5 isn't necessarily a bad decision, just because you still need to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would have probably, I would have probably checked the desert tiles first. He does find Guma.
Alright, well, this is quick. Alright, so this should be a treat. Let's see how he does this.
At him about to die.
Die percent,
still
perfect.
Still trying to jackhammer him. Still going for the jackhammer?
Why not, man?
That's a bit more conservative.
Yeah, Guma is beefy at attack 5, that's for sure.
Especially when he has more hit points than normal.
Making this look so damn easy, though. Nice fight. Alright, so all evened up on gems. But Rose City, quite the lead here into GP, and still no Thunder for Simple.
And still can't get Thunder because he needs 7 magic containers for it, and he only has 6.
Very much true. And gonna take Magic 6, so 5, 6, 6 for GP. And Rose City falls again and says, forget it, we're just gonna use Fairy. Which is a bit rough. It means he'll have to take a death as soon as he finds T-Bart and finds another drop. I don't know if he took the Eon drop yet or not.
Simple has chosen to up A.
Yeah, we do
he's looking for Rudo to turn in his trophy and hope it's Thunder.
Okay, so here's the Eon drop. Which he is wisely going to take.
Eon drop. We think wisely. And guess where we ended up.
I called it. You called it. That's great. That's good fun. I think he has to go left this way. Is the only way to go.
I believe so. And he almost avoided getting Buzz Thunder. But mini buzzes,
Well, they are bees. They buzz in a storm, correct?
We'll go with.
Just run with it. Well, props to Simpoldood if he remembers where Rudo is, because I sure as heck do not. And he's going to be very disappointed when he finds Life. Obviously he's looking for Thunder, but Life not necessarily a terrible spell. With such low levels.
Not the spell he needs, though.
So then the question will be, what will his next decision be? And we have a T-Bird sighting for RoseCitySaint.
And a rather solid fight it is so far.
Yeah, indeed. And does take down T-Bird. I'll be curious to see if it takes Magic 4 or Magic 5 or Life 5. And that answers that question.
Takes Life 5.
Definitely a good choice, I think.
And we do not have Dark Link in the next room. So
No, we don't.
Have a little bit more exploration left. Simpoldood has found Ruto. Unfortunately, we all know what he's going to find, and it's not going to be what he's looking for.
Indeed, it is not.
And then there's the pause.
So,
Turn his volume up just to see if he said anything there, but I missed it.
so Simple, I have to assume he's going to go back to Baze Island.
So he now knows he needs the kid, but he doesn't know where the kid is.
So where does that leave the other magic containers? In palaces? Or the other P-Bag Cave? That's unfortunate. And Dark Link, holy cow.
We found Dark Link. How many lives do we have left? Because surviving this Dark Link fight isn't necessarily going to be easy.
I don't know, I missed his menu. He may be on his last one. Oh, but he gets him!
Dark Link has fallen. Our winner.
He does get him. Very well played by RoseCitySaint.
With an official SRL time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, 32 seconds. RoseCitySaint is advanced to 1-0 in the Swiss stage.
Yeah, very well played by RoseCitySaint. Made a lot of really good decisions. And Simple, not that Simple did, made any bad ones. It's just he didn't find that magic container earlier like RoseCitySaint did, and it turns out that that's the key to the seed, is that magic container.
So I'll be interested to see if Simple finds the second item here, whether it's also a magic container.
That is a good point. We never did find the second item. It could be here. I totally forgot about that. And we'll see if we can get Rose City in here for an interview in just a second.
He doesn't have Discord, so I'm going to throw him a link.
We can
Maybe.
definitely do that.
Maybe I'll throw him a link.
He doesn't know what he's missing out on. There's nothing like being in 47 channels and actually only paying attention to 2 of them. So Simple does make his way in here. He will find that 7th magic container in the cave where the kid is normally found. And we'll see if he finishes exploring Maze Island or if he makes his way to New Kasuto, where we know the kid is waiting.
Might forfeit soon. I can't find the kid.
And he is going to up an A. It seems like maybe he forgot about the old lady in New Kasuto. It looks like he's looking for perhaps the last P-Bag cave. I don't think we found the second one. I could be incorrect, though.
We found the one that starts with basically what looks like stairs going up.
Right.
I'll
be honest.
Simple actually explored it because that was a heart container.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the other one looked like. That actually costs me quite often. I don't remember the configuration of the second one. Okay, so he found the road. He's gonna go north. Nope, never mind. He's gonna go south. If only he knew he was just a few steps away.
Yeah, I think Simple's probably forgot the... Simple found the second drop.
Unfortunate. And Simpoldood has decided to forfeit from the race because he could not find the kid, but still fantastic run by him. Just unfortunate that the way that this seed played out. So yeah, it doesn't seem that we're going to be able to get an interview from either runner, which is unfortunate. But again, good game to Simpoldood and Rose City. Fantastic run by both of these guys, and also to Pres J Polk and Dr. J, PhD, and the Countess and Riku player for our triple header today. So fantastic runs by all of those guys. I think we've got 3 more matches. We've got one that's coming up, I think 3 hours. I may be able to pick up that restream. I don't know yet. And then we've got 2 unscheduled matches that are still yet to be determined. So we will see exactly when those get played out. But thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. It's been a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much to you, Error, for hopping onto commentary with me so I didn't have to do this by myself. Bring some sanity to the chaos.
I have no sanity anymore. No more. Get me out of here. I've had enough. I will not be commentating in 3 hours.
No, I don't expect that you would be.
But anyway, thanks for watching the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament Swiss Stage Round 1. there'll be more to come in the next few weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And again, if you want some more information, you can go to challenge.com/C2Randomizer 2017. You can get yourself the bracket as well as the schedule there, and be sure to follow all the runners from tonight as well. I have been Adaginos. Go follow Error72 as well. He's a very competent any percent runner of this game. No scroll lock. And yeah, be sure to go check out his GDQ run. It was amazing. Go check out Simpoldood. He kicks ass at this game. And obviously, Rose City is a very good randomizer player, so be sure to follow him as well.